Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, 53. All right. I'm a bit tired. Let's see. Good morning, Koro. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Thanks, Tmilla Hava, TMH Laba Art for the host. Hey, Linus Carlson, good morning. How's it going? So, we are not that many followers away from 1,200. So that's great news. And I think I talked to a passenger yesterday, and he said that 1,200 would be interesting if it would be AMA. Like, you can ask me anything on the extra stream. I sit and paint, and you guys can just ask me questions, and I'll answer them. There's obviously certain things I can't talk about, but I think that would be a cool idea. You know, all sorts of questions. Good morning, Dervard, Sayart, Xabi, Schmaze. Schmaze, the best nickname in the world. Like I said, it's not that many off now. Like 25. Yeah, that's great. You know, be it technical questions or career or whatever, you know. Linus Carlson. Obviously, I can't break any contracts, for example. And also not talk about Fight Club. All right, so how about some topics now? And I will sketch up the last hero. I did some more work on this one, by the way, a little bit last night, trying to kind of balance it out a little bit and work on details, sort of. But it is far from finished. But it's getting there. I mean, I have this weekend, next weekend to do it, so we'll see. Hey, Rogue 13 Polycount, thanks for the host. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4. Dear Bard, anything goes. It doesn't even need to be a hero topic. You can just be anything, and I'll try to make it into the last hero. Viking Bard Lady. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more topic. Now we have 6 topics to pull from. So we have Blood Countess, the Monkey Girl, Shield of Kur, the Assassin. So it's 2-2. It can be either sex, actually. So one more topic, and we'll get going. On a side note, I hate fluffy hair. It's just too soft. I hate it. I hate feeling it like tickle. Kuro, that sounds awesome. That sounds like a really cool topic. All right, so let's Kuro. This is a red leather knight then. All right, let's see. If it's number 6, then someone will get number 6. Let's roll the dice. If it's gonna be 4, I'm gonna laugh my ass off. Number 5, which is Viking Bard Lady. Good morning, Lurib. So Viking Bard Lady. Hey, Guxix, you're back. Fantastic. So, Viking Bard Lady. We have a magician, which is the evil queen. Hey, Orby. Good morning. Welcome, welcome. Let's see, Viking Bard Lady. I did like the high heels and armor. So let's try to make maybe a Viking. A little bit like a punk in leather armor and high heels. Bard obviously is music, right? But let's give her 2 swords. Let's let her be the DPS person. Damage per second for all you who don't speak nerd. Yeah. So a Viking lady with high heels. I'm gonna steal a little bit of that red leather. It's fitting for a Viking. Hey, Tokyo Monsters, thanks for the host. All right, so let's give her double swords, and she kind of rests her hands on the double swords, right? Because she's just that badass Viking lady. And Bard connection, I'll make the connection to punk, obviously, which I mentioned earlier that she's a punk Viking, a little bit of, I guess, like a rebel. A thing that popped into my mind would be a cool tattoo, like on the torso. So ideally, that is what that'll be something cool. I mean, none of the heroes so far have tattoos. All of them are quite armored. So let's make, I like this diagonal line, so let's give her some cool kind of punkish gear. Try to keep it a Viking. Some cool like rigging system, I think, for the swords, so that they feel connected and so that she can lean like she is with her hands on them, almost like guns. Hey, Cold Burger Art, thanks for the host. Yeah, exactly. Maybe Kuru hacked the time loop. He made his own future. Definitely, this woman needs some fur, probably some nice white fur, being all badass Viking lady. Oh, Linus Carlson. That sounds like fun. That's one of the reasons why I haven't gone back to martial arts as an artist. Like, I don't want to break my wrist and not be able to do work. If I didn't paint and needed my hands, I would definitely go back to martial arts. Kuru, a little bit, a little bit. I mean, obviously, the reason why I try to assort them apart is because I'm gonna have to do a lineup, and I don't have time to sit and figure out the characters. So by assigning them a role, kind of on the surface, I'm already uh, placing them. Um, I'm already placing them kind of in a category so that when I do put them next to each other, they won't look the same, you know? So it's just an easy way um, to separate them while I'm doing these 30-minute doodles, because there's not enough time to properly measure, like who should be what, all these things. I'm just kind of running with the bulls. So it's just any trick that to help. I'll kind of pick up, because worst would be to just do all muscly men characters, and they would all just look the same. That wouldn't be so interesting to look at in a lineup. So I'm just trying to vary, have a varied range, and to help giving it a varied range is to just assign them roles, and with that comes assumptions of what they should do and what they should look, right? So if this Viking punk uh, is a damage per second character, obviously she needs to come off as quick, um, while a tank type character like Shield of Kur obviously that sounds more like a tank kind of character, that you can just quickly design something based on those assumptions. Hey, Grump and Doug. Thanks for the auto host. Linus Carlson, yeah, exactly. I mean, in a way, I'd like to go back to martial arts. It's lots of fun. Um, yeah, someday maybe. Yeah, exactly, Kuru. Um, it's just a way of doing short variety, and when you don't have time to do lots of thumbnails. And, Viking men can have a cool looking Viking beard, right? But what can cool looking Viking women have? They can have braids. They can't have any facial hair, obviously. Hair. Hmm. Gotta be some. She definitely should have some one shoulder cape. That would be cool with some stiff fabric. A little bit like a boss lady. Like she needs to look like she's the person killing everything. While we have Atsuki, the assassin that runs and steals and assassinates. We got the bombardier monkey girl. Um, we got the shield of Kur, who is the tank. She should definitely be the slayer. I think that's a cool little mix-up, and you can also the range of characters there um, is interesting. You know, if they potentially would be fleshed out as characters. You know, the hearty tank, the crazy monkey girl. Hey, Koiba. Good morning. Welcome. Good morning, Eric. Morphia, dreadlocks. Yeah, definitely. That's a good one. White dreadlocks, just because, or super blonde, like platinum blonde dreadlocks. Set kind of up in a cool thing. Dreadlocks mixed with the normal hair, maybe. You know, you can easily do that as well. I think that would be a cool, also very long. For a second, I thought I didn't put the timer on, but I did. Okay, that's the hair. Linus Carlson's. Yeah, piercings. Yeah, that would be cool. That would be cool. But I mean, the Vikings didn't really have piercings. They did have face paints. They did have. Um, they did write or tattoo spells, uh, paint spells on their bodies. See, that would be pretty cool. You know, if she had, well, like magic runes painted on her. Hey, good morning, Trees Frightener. Sven's the Nerd, good morning. Xabi, yeah, definitely. Definitely. I was thinking, as she's a punk, uh, have shaved sides. See, that would be cool. Now that you mention it, and she could have definitely have tattoos going on the side of the head, together with her face paint. I have to flesh out the Viking runes and patterns. Let's give her a demon rune um, in her forehead. Let her be the mean slayer. Hey, Kuriba, nice. I used to have really, really long dreadlocks, but not anymore. Schmaze. What a question. Um, this breast size? I don't know. I've never gone like stupid. Uh, I've given women large and small. I've always tried to like have variety if it fits the character. But I've done definitely like fat granny size boobs on characters, as well as like A cups. I don't know. I try to add use the breasts like character attributes rather than just have them large. Same for like designing men. You know, if they had a really strong chest, it comes off as a hero. While women, obviously, their breast size don't matter, but it's, I mean, large breasts are hard to move with in real life. So I always try to like, if it's an agile character, not have them too uh, their breast being too big, large, because for me it doesn't make sense. that they should be able to jump around and assassinate with like double Ds. Hey Ben, good morning. Welcome back. Hey Master 777 Oz. Thanks for the host. Okay, she should have a tattoo as well. Let's give her some kind of Viking inspired temporary tattoo that I have to design better at a later date. I'll keep it on a separate layer so I can go back and change the design. But for now, I'm just gonna do something Nordic looking. I did actually a design of a Viking design tattoo design. I mean, for a Viking on a game, and some crazy person tattooed it, and the tattoo was a full upper torso um, design, and he had tattooed it. What the hell? It's madness. Something like that. I don't know. That looks horrible, but what can I do on a limited time? Let's give her that kind of tattoo. Yeah, that's lots of hosting today. It's fantastic. Super happy about that. Let's her face is a bit too tall, I feel. Even though her face is far from being a good face, and this is being quite a rough sketch, but you know. By the way, I found some really funny TV show on YouTube by kind of just randomly Googling, browsing YouTube. And the TV show was called Travel Man. I don't have I didn't look up the photo. Of the guy having the tattoo. It was on a work email many years ago. But let me try to find the concept. So here's the torso tattoo I designed, and it went around the back as well. And the guy liked it so much he tattooed it. Linus Carlson. Well, I'm a full-time employed, so I work every day. Um, we don't really have any downtime at the studio except vacations. I do freelance now and then if some fun project comes up, but it's not like every night. I like this as the fifth and last hero of the lineup. It's going to be a cool lineup, I think, when put together. I'm doubting a little bit the pose I've chosen for the um, the monkey girl, but I think with some more love and attention put into that, it'll be fine. Linus Carlson. No, I don't have any tattoos of my on myself, but after the summer I will. I I'm gonna I'm gonna finally decide on the final design and just go and do it and collaborate with a tattoo guy. I think I got to start already, kind of elaborating or collaborating. I mean, with him. Um, it's quite an kind of intricate tattoo that requires his input as well. Um, I know the place where I want to go do it. It's where my wife has done her tattoos. Um, the general idea of my tattoo is because we're Swedish and we have a really long history, um, research being done for our name because it's such a unique name. Um, so I want to have a Viking inspired tattoo on my lower my whole lower arm. The idea is it's more or less Viking patterns, and then a Viking dragon snake, but simple like a runestone, uh, going around inside the pattern, and on the body of the snake is going to be family members' name in runes, and the red snake is supposed to be the Midgard snake that bites its own tail and it holds the whole world together. And when the Viking snake dies or lets go of its own tail, the world will end. So I want to kind of on the body of that snake have all the names of people in my family, and then also have the Yggdrasil on like the wrist or hand or somewhere, where is the tree of life in the Viking lore. And then to top it all off with, my name means bear, so I want a bear's head, like close around the joint of the arm, like the elbow. So it becomes like a bear shield, then the snake, and then the tree of life. But it all sounds okay in words, but then you gotta design it, and then the tattoo artist gonna have to be able to design it. Uh, but the idea is that the tattoo, all of it should be black and white, except the red snake. So I'm just gonna have like a red line flowing through the lower arm. I think that will be cool. Gaxix, yeah, it will be a huge task to make that feel correct. You know, it's not just gonna be something you want to tattoo on a whim. But I dig the idea of my tattoo. It's just a matter of getting it done. Also, I'm a little bit like I don't mind the pain, so I think I'll enjoy being tattooed as well. So we'll see. I'm looking forward to it. So a little bit of my goal now is also like exercise a bit, lose some weight, stuff like that. I've been losing a lot of weight on effort, not from illness. Guxix, yeah, exactly. I want it to be all kind of flowing together. I've started to sketch it a bit. I have it somewhere, um, but I think it'll look cool with like black and white Viking patterns, and in between the Viking patterns is like a red kind of snake, but not rendered as a snake, but as a Viking snake. Very simplistic. Kind of in and out, behind and in front, and on the body have names in runes. And no, Linus, my surname is not like any famous royal Viking name, but it's a very specific name, and theoretically, we have another name, but we don't know it. Um, it's a long story. I can tell it sometime. But yeah, it's very easy to track this surname. Yeah, but the problem, like with on the topic of my tattoo, like I don't know how to design tattoos. In this, I can do it a design. You know, that's not the problem. But what is a good tattoo design? How fiddly can you go? How much details do you need? How much space in between lines do you need? So that when you do tattoo it, it's going to be proper. It's not going to be some kind of half-assed. Like I don't want to go to the tattoo artist and having the tattoo artist kind of shoot from the hips because the original design is just not fitting as a tattoo. So I want to go and talk to the tattoo artist, collaborate, so on. I think it's important, because you gotta kind of be on the same page as the tattoo artist. He needs to be, or she. I mean, I know in this case it's going to be a he. Needs to be able to have their input of what would be cool and not cool, because they're the ones who are going to tattoo it. Even though I know what I want, I don't need it to look especially in a specific way. Like it's not like someone's face. So the look can vary. Yeah, I don't know. It's tricky. I mean, I've been thinking about this design for years and years and years. I have never finished it, and I have never tattooed it. But this winter, I'm just gonna do it. All right, Linus Carlson, cool. I'll look into it. I mean, the tattoo artist that I found is it's nothing special, and it's not like it's just a very good one here. Yeah, exactly, Gaxix. It's all like a chess game. Right, so she got two swords digging her. I think like red oxblood leather will be a really cool look for her. And pelts and furs. Probably she should have some sort of stud work just to kind of put her on the punk spectrum. Have to make her look a little bit punkish. But I'm definitely digging this character. Even though I could have designed or painted way more, I feel like the design is pretty okay. Like I want to definitely give her a second pass and improve on the things I've established already, but I think as a general direction, she's pretty cool. I dig her. But it has, I want to give her some nice like binding solutions, you know, like with wraps or with ropes or something. So she's just not plain. I want her to have like some sort of complex clothing, but still keep it leather and Viking. So that's something I think I'm gonna have to experiment with offline. But yeah, I'm digging this character. Hey, Holmes. Good morning. Oh yeah, Gaxix. Yeah, it's definitely a dark elf vibe. I have to agree with that. All right, we got our 5th hero to the ArtStation challenge. Now it's just a matter of time it's a matter of time to ideally um, get it all done within the deadline. I got a week and a weekend to get there, so I'm hoping um, that it's doable. I'm pretty sure it's doable. And thank you. Who was it that won? I didn't write the nickname in the topic. Who won? Beard Lady. Viking Bard. Thank you. Yeah, so we got our 5th and Xabi, was it? I need to scroll up and look. Yeah, Xabi. Let's just add it so it's... It's your 2nd topic. Congratulations. Give that man a cookie. Yeah, definitely. All right. Thanks everyone for coming. It was a pleasure. Thanks everyone for the wonderful hosts. Thank you all for spending a 30-minute morning routine with me. And I think what I'll do possibly in the for the next warm-ups, maybe just kind of grind the characters. I don't know. It's up to you guys what you think. I think it would be pretty cool to keep pushing the characters every warm-up. I'll talk to you guys about that in the morning. But yeah, thanks everyone. And I think in the future I'm not gonna have the countdown intro. I find that it's a little bit too long for YouTube. So we'll see. All right. have a great day. Good night. And here comes the outro.